This is the incredible story of a young lady's picture from World War II that has inspired Poland and sent internet sleuths on a magic hunt to see whether they can find out the story of this beautiful woman. And they have uncovered her tragic past. Welcome to
What's Up Poland?
the daily video show
Where
we talk about
news,
views,
culture,
history,
life.
everything Poland. So, John, you remember the story of a young lady, Maria Barczynska, or
Yes.
known as Bar, who
Yes.
set the internet ablaze recently. Thousands of shares of her image, this haunting image of this young lady in what turned out to be a Polish Red Cross uniform, taken during the Second World War in the UK. And she was holding a little box. And after some digging, indeed, it turned out that it was a medal. And this lady was identified pretty quickly, actually, by all these great people working together as Maria Bar, so Marysia Barczynska. We won't go into her surname too much now because there's a little story to this. And the picture was colorized by one of Poland's best colorists, Mikołaj Kaczmarek, great chap who does this one. And the haunting beauty of her image, there's something that's so timeless about it. It looks like it could be a picture taken of a young Polish girl last year. Something very universal about it. And of course, she was picking the medal up posthumously on behalf of her husband, Rex, who unfortunately was killed during the Second World War, or at the time that she received the medal was missing,
shot down over France, right? Or
exactly,
like that, as far as I remember.
Missing, presumed dead. I think it was actually his body was found near the Belgian town of Wevelgem, and he was in a light bomber in November 1942. So people have been digging up on the story, and we mentioned this. You guys, if you want to click and find out more about the story and the whole backstory to it, you can click on the link below this, and we'll make sure we link to the video of this that we did, John. But the reason why this story is still inspiring people is some of the further details that have come out. Now, it was pretty well established that Maria was taken with this picture, this beautiful, beautiful, haunting, tragic picture, and on the occasion of receiving this Distinguished Flying Cross, pretty important medal. For example, consolation letter from King George has been unearthed. And it says, I'm quoting here, you can click on the link below this video and you can see more of this. The Queen and I offer our heartfelt sympathy in your great sorrow. We pray that your country's gratitude for a life so nobly given in its service may bring you some measure of consolation. And it's signed by the king himself. So that's just one of the things that has been unearthed from this lady's life. Sadly, she died in 2018. And I think everybody's got this feeling of, wouldn't it have been great if we managed to sit down and have a cup of tea with her and filmed her and recorded her story and allowed her to tell it, because it's
so many
really
people like that, right?
So many. It's, guys, you have to read the story. I highly recommend it. You go below this, click on the link below this, and you'll find out this really remarkable story. But I want to quote, if I may, John, the message that was sent to her father. So in the story, which you can read below this video, click on the link, you find out about how it is that this young Polish girl escaped through the skin of her teeth from France to the UK and fell in love with this dashing, heavily injured Polish origin British guy. So there's so many strands to this story. Her father was also a serving military officer, and there's a letter which you can see in the story below was sent to him. About the story of this chap, and it says, "Thank you very much for your letter, and for the indication that our real sympathy in your loss has helped in a small way." And this is clearly about whether this chap has died or not, because there's so many people went missing, presumed killed. You know, someone might have seen the plane crash, but you don't know if they've killed. And
they're kind of MIA, right? Missing in action.
Exactly. And the German officials actually, I think it's well known, you know, that both sides were doing as much as possible to identify dead and wounded so that loved ones could find out more. In that respect, those things were observed. It says, the most amazing things have happened in aircraft crashes, and Rex's survival is not completely impossible. But although we shall all continue to hope, I feel that it would be wrong to say that we have any real grounds for it. In these circumstances, I think it would be wise for you to prepare Mrs. Barr gradually for the worst, as you suggest. Wow. Because this is the story of Maria, a young, really young girl, just praying that her husband of a couple of years is somehow alive. It's one tiny little tragic story from the Second World War. As you said just now, John, an ocean of those stories, but it's her story. And it's been brought to life by this magical photo, which just conveys the loss and separation and feels so timeless.
I've got no more words for that, Paddy. It's a very moving story.
Yeah, absolutely. Subscribe to this channel. We find out more about this. Click on the original
Yeah.
video where we talk more about the story, and of course, read the story below.